Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, guys. This is going to be my Elliot Wave Count for pound yen, pound dollar, gold, and you as well as Euro USD. But first of all, any views, opinions, or suggestions that are expressed in this video do not constitute to trading or financial advice. So let's get started here on Euro USD. So Euro USD has just been one of those pairs. Well, it did follow the what I had in mind. However, I did also expect. So what did I say? So I did say we did get a nice hit. You could say sorry, ABC here, which gives us another, an ABC, whatever you want to call it. So this is a W, this would be an X, or and we had that sort of move up here coming in, and here we go. And yeah, what we saw is essentially that, and then we're basically almost finished this WXY correction right here, or this ABC, whatever you want to call it. Now, I'm not giving you the obviously the exact markings, any sort of exact markings that I'm gonna do from now on. They will be all in my Discord for those people that have subscribed. But nevertheless, I'll still give you guys an overall breakdown of where I see the market going. So, in terms of the overall direction of the market, we are still very, very bearish as we have been breaking market structure towards the downside here and here. And eventually, from these market structure, we were getting that sort of correction after market structure breaks tend to happen. Um, would I say that this could be an overall U-turn and we'll start to see the market push up higher? I don't necessarily think so. There are two scenarios in mind. So one is from where we are right now, we will just start to see a huge move back to the downside, which that's perfectly fine. That's kind of what I'm expecting to happen. In terms of the next sort of possible scenario is we could actually been completed this entire wave. So this could already been a nice A, B, and a C right here. And what we're going for right now is essentially another A, B, and a C. So A, B, and then one more up to the upside C, and then we continue shooting down. So this correction right here could either be finished and we could already start to see the bearish momentum coming back in, or this could be the start of a bigger correction, if that makes sense. So this market moved in three ways, as we've seen here, one, two, three, and we could get another three waves, one, two, three. Although this moved in ABC, that means the next wave, the X wave, we might see something quite complex, or maybe something like that. And then we just move up one more time, and then we shoot down again. So two possible scenarios, which is one, we could be in for that sell right here and we could just shoot down, which is perfectly fine. The setups there I've got are already there. I'm just waiting for it to sort of trigger. And then the other possible scenario is this is essentially the start of the correction, which has just finished. So this will essentially be a wave A or wave W, and we get three waves however it wants to move, either an A, B, C, or even a complex correction or whatever it is as a wave X, and then we get one more push up 50 to 61.8% retracement of this entire wave, and then we get that move to the downside before yeah, eventually coming towards that, take down these lows, which I assume we're going to eventually come towards these levels here. So we are still in that Z wave. Like I said, I'm not going to give the specifics, but nevertheless, that's where I kind of see it happening. So for Euro USD. So let's go into pound dollar. So pound dollar follows the same suit. We could possibly be in, this correction. So ideally, I did say that we had hit that 61.8%. This could be the three waves here, and this could be the start. So one, two, three. We get three waves down here, three waves back up, and then we get another three waves down, come back up, and that will basically complete the Y wave. As I mentioned, and this would be obviously a three wave, so one, two, three, and then that doesn't necessarily mean we're wrong. It just means, instead of rejecting the 61, it looks like it's come down to about the 78, which it has, as you can see, and it's sort of rejected that and come back down. Now, nevertheless, if the market does come towards these lows right here and it takes that out, which is what I'm more kind of inclined to, since we did get a market structure break right here, what we're seeing now is essentially that being the correction of that market structure break. We could be in a bit more of a longer correction before we eventually start to see this sort of push more down, and then we might start to see some bearishness coming in. If that's the case, that's perfectly fine. This would basically be a one, two, three. We could get another three waves here, three waves down, another A, B, C, whatever you want to call it, and then we get start shooting towards the upside. So that's always the long-term futures foreseeable things. In terms of short-term, for this week, we did complete this. So this is a 1, 2, 3, and we could eventually start to see this market just shoot down again, which is perfectly fine. Doesn't necessarily mean we're wrong. It just means this will be a 1, 2, 3. This is a 1, 2, 3. So A, B, C, W, X, Y, or an A, B, C, or you can even consider this to be even a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is an impulse or an A. We get a three-way correction here into a B. We get one more down into a C here, and then we continue pushing to the upside. So this could be a huge complex correction, or this could just be a huge start of a complex correction towards the downside. So overall, what would I suggest? Bearish. All right, completely bearish. The buys are just a bit more risky right now. I haven't necessarily got any confirmation of the buys as of yet, um, unless we could start to see this will be in the correct. I mean, if I would say the only time that I probably look for buys is when it comes to break this high. So if the market does come here in three waves, then we get there, push to the upside. That's a break in market structure. We should get a deeper correction down. That will give us the entry for the buy to go long, if that makes sense. So nevertheless, it is a patient game, it is a waiting game. I'm gonna just be focusing on what I see now, which is a nice 1, 2, 3, and we could just start to see the market just drop towards these lows, which is what I'm kind of aiming for. All right, so that's pound dollar. Gold. So gold has been moving very well, you can say for the past for the whole of last month. You can say, yeah, it's definitely was very bullish. We've had a huge break in market structure right here as well, and we could basically start to see this market eventually just continue pushing more towards the upside. Now, how this market moves from now on, it moves how it wants to move. From what I see happening is we have this as a nice trend line. We're waiting for that sort of correction back down. We can get three waves like that. So we're waiting for that correction to come in, touch, price action confirmation, and then look to buy it. This is bullish. It's broken market structure. Stick with the buys. It's the better, safer option than the sells. All right. So bullish on this pair all the way, but we could start to see bearish market coming in, but it's bearish in terms of corrective bearish. All right. So might give us a nice little flag or whatever you want to call it. I don't really focus on these patterns. I just stick with the Elliot Wave patterns. But yeah, we could just basically get that flag pattern, as people call it, to then continue pushing towards the upside. Trendline break, market structure break. We're going to get that eventually coming in. Maybe 50 to 61.8% retracement. You want to look for that golden ratio, which is what I like, which is the 61.8. So in and around here, between 1887 to 1910. In between these two, it's about $1,900 per ounce. So in and around here, we probably will start to see that. It could come to the 78, which is perfectly fine if that's the case. This could basically mean something else, meaning it could be a 1, 2, 3, and then continue going down. So I did say that my overall bear bias is that we're still in that wave 4, and this could be a 1, 2, 3. We're getting this to be a 1. This could be a B, C. Take down these lows, continue up again, correction here, complex correction, come back down, which is perfectly fine, and then we shoot up. So like I said, gold is at a turning point. It's at a weird turning point, a very scary turning point, I would say. And whatever happens with things like the Russia and Ukraine, that's still going on. We also have now the Israel and Palestine, that's still going on. We also have non-farm payrolls that came out this week, or the previous, on Friday the 3rd, I think it was, which basically resulted in I think it was dollar weakness. So that's why you saw things like euro USD, and also pound dollar, shooting towards the upside. So just be careful. We could start to see that sort of bearish correction coming in, but the longs are still the way. Any correction that you get three way, just look to buy it. Any flat that you get, look to buy it, basically. All right. So let's go on to pound yen. So pound yen, I'm still in favor from what I said from previous week. So I did say that we're gonna eventually come down here, and we did. And then what did we get also after that? So it did that ABC as I've shown you, and we basically got that huge movement coming in towards the upside again. you know, a nice 1, 2, 3, and have we finished that? And are we going to eventually start to see some bearishness coming into this market? We could possibly start to see that. Look to probably take out. I think these lows are probably the next lows. We could take out this low, I think, but these lows are kind of the final target before we start to see one more push, and then we could start to see a huge, huge drop in this market. Once you probably takes out these highs. So I am looking at pound yen to possibly hit around maybe 200, 200, what do you call it, yen, yuan, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, man, yeah, pound yen, yeah, whatever. We're just gonna probably see these take out these highs before we get a huge eventual drop to the downside. Bullish in my opinion, however, correctively in terms of the short term, we are very, very bearish. So what would I say for this week? I would probably say your best options in terms of the long term, short term trend. I would say it is very, very bullish, or I would say it is quite bullish still, especially how the red is like above the blue. However, this is corrective. We did have a huge, a nice impulsive, or not impulsive. You can say impulsive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have a three waves here, and then we could start to see that one more time. A, 5, B, C. Okay. So nevertheless, I would say we probably will be bearish. However, I'm not going to be looking for the sells until I get a nice break of this market structure low right here. So once this market structure here has been broken, if I show you guys where that is right here, until I see the market eventually come to these lows, take that out, then we get a nice correction coming in. Stop loss will be at the top, price action confirmation here, and I also need price action confirmation here as well to give us that source. On two price actions I'm looking for, and then we can look for that sell towards the downside. First target, second target, long term, third target, or this could be a third target long term, whatever it is. So yeah, this pair I did say last week that I was going to trade it, and yeah, I did manage to catch up on a few pips here. I did get out just here, and we had that sort of decline coming in, and I didn't bother with this pair, this buying. So I did get a nice. How many pips was that? Just see. About 290, 294 roughly. No, I got a bit out later. About I'll say about 250 pips roughly, which is pretty solid, man. It's pretty solid. I can't necessarily complain. Obviously, it was a long-term trade, and I'll be holding that up for about a week or 2 weeks or whatever it is. But nevertheless, yeah, it's pretty solid, man. Other than that, I would say in terms of what I see happening now, we've got a wave one here, wave two. This could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this could be a 5, or this could be a 1, 2. This is the 3 right here. This is the 4, and then we're getting a 1, 2, 3, 4. One more push up 5, and then we might start selling off. So yeah, just be careful. I would probably say hold off this pair, sit on your hands, get a bit more confirmation on where it wants to go in terms of in the bigger structure. You can say impulsive move, corrective, next impulsive move. So just be very, very careful. And if pound does go down, then we could look for bearishness for pound dollar as well towards the downside as well. All right. So I hope you guys did like my analysis. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. I do have a Patreon for those people that are interested in learning how to trade Elliot Wave theory. You can do everything by yourself. You wouldn't be with me. It's only £20 a month, which is fairly cheap. I think everyone can afford that. You guys will have access to my private Discord. There is also worksheets that I've created as well to help people out. And yeah, if you guys are interested, please happy to join me during my training sessions as well. But nevertheless, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.